Shit for 6 months.
No.
My world championship's gonna be worn by some schmuck, either Jey Uso or CM Punk.
Okay, guys, we back at the red carpet ring. We're going to talk about Seth Rollins with this recent shoulder injury and how he just announced that he's going to be out for 6 months, missing WrestleMania 42. Let's talk more about it at the red carpet ring. Let's tune in.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey guys, we back at the red carpet ring. We'll talk about Seth Rollins says that he's out of action for 6 months after suffering shoulder injury. And we're going to talk about how Rollins' shoulder injury will keep him away from WWE for quite some time. Now, former world champion Seth Rollins, he was on Good Morning Football on Friday morning. He announced that the shoulder injury would keep him out for WWE well into 2026. Now, he for Halloween, he was dressed up in a bear suit and wearing a number 6 Chicago Bears jersey for Halloween. He said that he won't be back in the ring for another 6 months. Now, we know that Seth Rollins this year, he supposedly had an injury earlier this year, Saturday Night's main event back in July. It turned out to be a ruse with the whole Seth Rollins cashing in the Money Bank contract on CM Punk, called the ruse of the century. But this is no storyline. This is real. He said he wished he could rip this thing off, but I'm out, guys. I'm out for action for 6 months. He also said my world championship is going to be worn by some schmuck, either Jey Uso or CM Punk. He says awful. It really is the Halloween scaries, but I'm here in a full bear suit. Now, we know that Seth Rollins is written off TV on October 13th episode of Monday Night Raw when he was turned on by the Vision, which was Bron Breakker, who started off at the very end when the credits came up, when Bron Breakker hit him with a spear. Then follow suit will be Bronson Reed and forcing Paul Heyman to side along with them or stay with Rollins. And we know that it sided the former faction leader of the Vision, which is no more. Now it's just Bron Breakker, Paul Heyman, and Bronson Reed. Now, they said it was believed the segment was booked after Rollins legitimately injured his shoulder. This is back when he won his match against Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel for the Men's Crown Jewel Championship. You know, Seth Rollins had a big chip on his shoulder for that match. He had to beat Cody. He lost to Cody 3 times prior since Cody's return to WWE back in 2022. Starting at WrestleMania 38, losing his first match against Cody Rhodes. So he went all out, but it ended up costing him a shoulder in 6 months of his career. But however, the World Heavyweight Championship right now is vacated. A new World Heavyweight Championship will be crowned at Saturday Night's main event, November 1st. It'll be between CM Punk, who already had #1 contendership match scheduled against Seth Rollins, and now Jey Uso, who won the Battle Royal on Raw a couple weeks ago. He qualified for the vacant title match. Now, we know the Vision was originally supposed to break up sometime in 2026. This was definitely a premature breakup of the Vision because they were setting up Bron Breakker, who's the future main eventer for WrestleMania and future world champion. Now, like I said, with the injury that Seth Rollins had faked, you know, this is when LA Knight had pinned Rollins after he suffered what seemed to be a knee injury. And the thing about it is, it's like as soon as he did that and cashed in the Money Bank, it's like it came back to haunt him. Literally, like after 2 months of cashing in that Money in the Bank contract and faking it in, 3 months after faking the injury, he gets hurt for real. And now Seth Rollins is going to be forced to miss WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas after winning a great triple threat match this year between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk, with Paul Heyman turning on both CM Punk and Roman Reigns during the match, aligning himself with Seth Rollins, creating the Vision, a stable, which would later on form with Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. But Seth is going to be out. Now, this marks the second time in Seth Rollins' career he will miss WrestleMania. If you guys don't remember, back in 2015, he was champion. It's like deja vu. He was champion before. He was the WWE champion at the time. He was forced to vacate championship when he got hurt at a live event, I think in another country. And his knee buckled up on him. He ended up missing WrestleMania 32 of that year. And that year had a lot of injuries, but he was one of them. So this would be the second time he missed WrestleMania. I know Seth Rollins does not like the fact that he has to miss WrestleMania. So, I mean, it could have been worse. He could have been out for 9 months or a year. It's only 6. It'll go by fast. It's just, man, this is the second time we've seen a wrestler out with a shoulder. Liv Morgan's out with a shoulder injury, soon to recover soon. And now Seth Rollins out with a shoulder injury. So it's just a plethora of injuries in WWE right now. And Seth Rollins, too, he should come back. If I had to guess, he had surgery already. He should come back, if I had to guess, a little bit after WrestleMania 42. We'll see how that goes. More likely, Seth Rollins will be a babyface when he returns. I don't see him being a heel because he still has to go out and get his revenge against Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed turning on him and Paul Heyman. So Becky Lynch already talked to Paul Heyman saying that, you know, Seth already knew that Paul would turn on him. It's not a shocker. It's just, according to Becky Lynch, she didn't know that Paul would take this long to turn on him. But he will get his redemption. He'll be hopefully a red hot babyface from a return injury. Bron Breakker should be champion around this time, you know, or at least contender for the world title. That would be the main goal between Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins, who's the top guy, who is going to be the world champion, because Seth Rollins did deem Bron Breakker the future. We'll see how that goes when Seth Rollins returns from injury. But it's still a devastating blow to lose Seth Rollins, a great talent. I know he does some stuff off behind the scenes I don't approve of, but he is definitely a great talent, one of the best in-ring performers. Definitely great on the mic, one of the best on the mic as well. I'll never take that away from Seth Rollins. And I liked his heel character. It's just the vision I don't think was clicking as a stable. They tried to be a little bit of a modern day evolution. If you guys remember with Triple H, Batista, Randy Orton, and Ric Flair, and a little bit of the bloodline. I mean, we've seen this before. It's just Seth Rollins, I don't believe, works best with stables. He's so dominant on his own. He does not need a group. I've always said Seth Rollins is better on his own. And now we're about to see that when he returns. I just don't like Seth Rollins as a babyface. I more prefer him as a heel character. But that is no more. He has to be a babyface now. He was taken out, betrayed, and had to give up his world title. So that's the whole storyline. Division forced him. They got him hurt, forced him to give up his title and everything. And they took over. He pretty much had a Judgment Day betrayal. If you guys remember the original Judgment Day, turned on Edge, the leader. That's pretty much what they did to him. But I can't wait to see what's going to happen when Seth Rollins gets back. Hope he gets well. It's going to be some stories. I do see Seth Rollins also feuding with Bronson Reed. I know they had a feud before. This time I can see Seth Rollins being over in this feud. But it's going to be definitely interesting. But Seth Rollins, I don't think he should do any more stables when he returns. I think he should stay on his own. I do like to see him as a heel again, but preferably on his own. And even though he's a great competitor, keep him away from the world title, because every time this man gets a world title, he gets hurt. He got hurt with this world title run, had to vacate it. If you guys remember, he had an MCL. He tore his MCL the last time he won the world title. He kept on to it to WrestleMania 40. You know, he was limping around. We didn't really see him wrestle that much. And then, of course, his very first title run, he got hurt during that run and had to vacate the WWE Championship. So hopefully some changes and everything gets better when Seth Rollins come back. But other than that, though, that's all I have for the whole Seth Rollins being out for 6 months. And what we're talking about is Seth Rollins says he's out of action for 6 months due to after suffering shoulder injury. You guys let me know what you think. Click the video below, guys. Until then, guys, you already know what it is at this point. It's OUT.